Okay, we are recording and we are going to go into present. Okay, this is MXUX. I'm just going to go through this real quickly. I haven't been posting because of dental appointments. Lordstown Motors and Foxconn in discussions. There's no other viable information at this time, guys. We can only take this with a grain of salt. And let's move on. Reuters, Bloomberg, and The Verge are announcing there's a sale of the Lordstown factory is being negotiated. Also, it's the Youngstown Business Journal. There are no details other than this in the report. Foxconn has not released any information on potential talks. Foxconn is a Taiwanese publicly traded company, does manufacturing for Apple in mainland China, the iPhone. It's a massive conglomerate. So we have no news from the parties involved. What's going on with the deal? Some people say share the plant with Lordstown. Others say sell the plant. Okay. And as mentioned in the earnings call, they can sell part of the plant, lease part of the plant. I misspelled that. Oh well. Sell the plant while leasing back the Lordstown Motors facility. So they could sell the plant with a deal to allow them to hold what they have. There's any number of permutations and combinations that can take place here. Or Foxconn could buy Lordstown Motors completely. Who knows? The present CEO of Lordstown just completed the liquidation of Hertz. He may be negotiating a sale of the company. Again, this is all speculation. We do not know what's going on or if anything is going on. The SEC and the DOJ investigations muzzle all news. No one can say anything on anything at Lordstown. There is a lockdown on all the information. No one is going to stick their neck out and we know what's happened with the SEC and the DOJ in Lordstown. They are out to get them. Any public statement is going to be scrutinized. So no one is going to say anything because they don't want to risk a criminal investigation, because this is what the DOJ and the SEC want to do. So what we know for sure is there's no start of production announced yet. Muzzled. LMC is ready to start production, and it may or may not have already started production. They simply are not making statements. Now, there was a video online of a guy that drove by the plant yesterday, did not see any vehicles parked out front, and there was a thin crowd in the parking lot. This may or may not mean anything. That is a big plant. There are a lot of different areas. This guy was not totally familiar with them. We know that LMC, as of this moment, is solvent and has the ability to raise capital now. So this is where we are. We can only wait for a formal announcement. At this point, we can only wait for a formal announcement from LMC. No other source would be credible. And they will, depending on the SOC and the DOJ, as mentioned, only announce when there is real news of a complete deal. So they're not going to let we are negotiating out. There's going to be no tips on this. Either they're going to announce it or they're not. And it's going to have to be a completely sealed deal in writing that they can take to court and say, no, we did not lie about this. Here's the deal. It's important to note a delay in the start of production also has not been announced. They may have started production. They may have production vehicles inside the plant right now. Who knows? Overall, this is not a surprise. It was announced in the last earnings call that plans such as these were being pursued, and they said that they were actively pursuing them. If you remember, the interim CEO mentioned it very clearly. And Foxconn and Apple are tier one global players. So this is a big deal. But listen, we can only wait for formal announcements from Lordstown Motors. That is the only source that's going to matter in this. And this is MXUX, and I'm going to sign off now. We just have to wait and see. That's what the status is according to my analysis.